So my name is Mark Bennick. Been a long-time fan of solar energy. We've gotten several bids on our home. We looked at our old house. I spent 5 years in Germany earlier in my life, and I'm embarrassed by the fact that per capita Germany has more solar than anywhere else in the world because, let's face it, it's not sunny there that often. I lived there 5 years and I know that. But we finally got around to putting solar on our house. You can see it, at least some of the installation behind me, and of course the panels are up on the house. You know, as a New Mexican now, I've lived here for about 25 years, you know, I was actually embarrassed until this point not to have solar. I mean, with 310 days a year of solar, it's just, everyone should have it. I think it should be really mandated by the state. I know that might be not politically correct to say that, but it's really the way to go. It's a resource we have here in New Mexico we take advantage of. So we're really excited to have it on our main house behind me and our guest house that you can't see in front of me, which will offset our power bills over time. It makes good financial sense. I mean, you know, people talk about, well, it's an investment and there's a payback period, but that's the whole point, is there is a payback period. There's not a payback period by paying the power company each month for your electricity use. This at least has a payback period, is a reasonable investment, has good terms. And to be honest, I had the good fortune, a friend of mine, Glenn Felty, started a company called SunState Solar, which was really that last little push over the cliff for me. You know, I talked to several other companies locally, but knowing somebody personally in the business, it was a no-brainer to get started working with that company. I tell you, the sales process was super. Glenn was very honest up front with all the details. What are all the charges involved? What do I need to be thinking about in terms of inspections and other things that need to happen as part of this whole process? And I'll be honest, he scheduled the installation this week for the entire week. The guys were done in 3 days. I only have good things to say about his team. The electrical contracting folks did a super tidy job with connecting into our system, attaching the solar panels, and the installation guys, I mean, they worked hard. I mean, because there are a lot of panels, all right? It's a relatively big house. So we've got a lot of panels on the main house and about half as many on the guest house. And those guys worked in 100-degree temperatures starting at 7:30 in the morning. Matter of fact, they would show up early. And they did not sit around and waste time. They got started right away, worked hard all day to get the job done quickly. So we're done 2 days early. I couldn't be happier about the system. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to serve as a reference for the company. Thank you.